John Bolton said it plainly. In a second Trump term, we'd almost certainly withdraw from NATO. The nightmare isn't coming. It's here. February 2024. South Carolina rally. Trump recounts a conversation with a NATO leader who asked if America would protect his country from Russia. Trump's answer: "You didn't pay? No, I would not protect you. In fact, I would encourage them to do whatever the hell they want. Encourage Russia to do whatever they want." To a NATO ally, no American president in 75 years said anything like that. Until now, the quiet quit. Trump can't formally leave NATO. Congress blocked that in 2023, requiring 2/3 Senate approval. But here's what experts understand. Trump doesn't need to leave NATO to destroy it. He can quiet quit, stop attending meetings, withdraw forces, cut intelligence sharing, refuse to commit to Article 5. The flag stays up in Brussels. The alliance technically exists, but the substance? Gone. One analyst put it simply: a whisper from Trump that the US wouldn't fulfill Article 5 and NATO's credibility would be effectively dead. What's already happening? December 2025. Trump's national security strategy called NATO's viability an open question. It blamed European immigration for making the continent unrecognizable. The Pentagon told Europeans, "Handle your own defense by 2027. Reuters reported agencies stopped working with European allies on detecting Russian sabotage. NBC revealed the administration is considering giving up America's role as NATO's supreme allied commander, the position Americans held since 1949. The quiet quit has begun. Russia is watching. German intelligence chief Bruno Kahl made an extraordinary statement. "We have concrete evidence Russia is planning an attack on NATO territory to test Article 5. Not my plan. Is planning." The Kremlin no longer believes NATO will respond. Moscow is actively looking for ways to test that belief. Danish intelligence estimates Russia could be ready for large-scale war within 5 years. NATO Secretary General Rutte warned the alliance is not ready for what is coming. Putin sees the cracks. He's preparing to exploit them. The Baltic nightmare. Every simulation points to the same vulnerability. Estonia, Latvia, Lithuania. 3 small countries, combined population under 6 million, sitting directly on Russia's border. Soviet republics for 50 years, significant Russian-speaking minorities. Rand found that without American intervention, Russian forces could reach Tallinn and Riga within 60 hours. 60 hours. European armies need weeks to mobilize. American rapid forces could respond in days, if ordered. Trump made clear he might not give that order. The Narva scenario. German professor Carlo Massala wrote a book outlining exactly how it happens. 2028. Russia manufactures a crisis. Claims Russian speakers in Estonia face persecution. Sends special forces without insignia, just like Crimea. Russian troops appear on Estonian islands. The Baltic fleet blockades the coast. Cyber attacks knock out power and communications. Putin goes on television. He's protecting Russian citizens, he says. He warns that invoking Article 5 would force genuine attack, implying nuclear escalation. NATO convenes. Some demand military response. Others argue for negotiation. Others hope it blows over. No consensus emerges. Putin keeps what he took. In Estonia, Masala said, it's not about a land grab. It's about testing NATO's resolve. If Article 5 fails, NATO is finished. What Article 5 actually says? Most people misunderstand it. Article 5 doesn't guarantee automatic military response. The exact language: each ally will assist by taking such action as it deems necessary. As it deems necessary. Each country decides for itself. Nothing forces anyone to fight. The power was never legal. It was psychological. Everyone believed America would respond. That belief deterred attack. Trump shattered that belief. Once belief dies, deterrence collapses. If America abandons NATO, what happens next? The answer is terrifying and closer than you think. Day 1. The announcement. Trump doesn't formally withdraw. He announces America is reassessing NATO commitments. Forces will relocate to the Indo-Pacific. Article 5 remains under review. Markets crash. The ruble surges. Gold hits records. In Brussels, NATO headquarters descends into chaos. Diplomats demand consultations. The Secretary General issues statements. Everyone knows statements are meaningless without Washington. Week 1. The scramble. European leaders hold emergency summits. Macron calls for strategic autonomy. Germany activates its defense fund. Poland demands European forces at its border. Reality sets in. Europe can't replace America. The US provides 66% of NATO's spending. American satellites guide European missiles. American logistics move European troops. Most critically, America provides nuclear deterrence. France and Britain have 500 warheads combined. Russia has 5,580. Without the American umbrella, Europe is naked against nuclear blackmail. Month 1. Russia tests the waters. Moscow doesn't attack immediately. Putin is patient. First-come provocations, airspace violations, cyber attacks, GPS jamming, Russian exercises near Baltic borders. Putin makes speeches about protecting Russian speakers. State media runs persecution stories. The information war intensifies. European intelligence reports unusual Russian communications. Something is being planned. Without American signals intelligence, the picture is incomplete. Month 3. The incident. Armed men without insignia appear near Narva, Estonia. They claim to be volunteers protecting Russian speakers. Estonia mobilizes, NATO convenes, Germany urges restraint, France calls for dialogue, Poland demands military deployment, no consensus emerges, Russia moves more troops, state media claims Estonia is planning provocations. Month 4, the fait accompli. At 3 a.m., Russian special forces cross into Estonia, cyber attacks disable power and communications. By dawn, Russian troops control Narva. Putin announces a peacekeeping operation. Estonia invokes Article 5, first time ever, a member state under direct attack. The council meets. France reviews options. Germany consults Moscow. Spain says it's not covered by commitments. Britain and Poland demand response. The Baltics plead. No decision reached. Month 5. The collapse. Without American leadership, NATO cannot act. Russia offers a deal. Recognize Narva as Russian, guarantee no NATO expansion, lift sanctions. Some leaders argue for acceptance. Fighting over one city isn't worth nuclear war. Others say capitulation ends the alliance. If NATO won't fight for Narva, it won't fight for Riga or Warsaw. The alliance fractures. Countries make separate deals with Moscow. NATO doesn't end with formal dissolution. It ends with a whimper. Bilateral agreements, quiet accommodations, acceptance that the old order is finished. Year 1. The new reality. Russia dominates Eastern Europe through intimidation. Finland and Sweden reconsider membership in a defunct alliance. Poland builds its own deterrent, possibly nuclear. Germany tries neutrality. France announces a European nuclear doctrine nobody believes. The Baltics become buffer zones, nominally independent, effectively under Russian influence. America focuses on China, builds Asian alliances, watches Europe return to great power competition. The final question. This scenario isn't inevitable, but it's no longer impossible. Trump questioned Article 5 publicly, threatened to abandon allies, undermined 75 years of credibility. Putin heard every word. Russian intelligence is planning accordingly. The question isn't whether America will leave NATO, it's whether NATO can survive an America that no longer believes in it. For 75 years, European peace rested on one assumption: America would come. What happens when that assumption dies? We're about to find out.